Every day, people drink Zobo in Nigeria, but very few know that this simple local drink can become a real business. Behind every little bottle is a story of courage, a story of consistency, and a story of small beginning. She didn't just start with a huge capital, a big shop, but she started with a vision and consistency. With just a dream and determination, what started as a small side hustle has become a steady business. Today, that business pays bills and creating financial independence. In this special interview of Bonnie's Chatroom, my guests will be sharing how she started, how much she started with, and how much you too can start with, and how you can stay consistent, and how you can keep your brand selling. If you have ever dreamed of owning a small business in Nigeria, then this video is for you. The story of this woman may be your turning point. Stay with me because success sometimes starts with something as simple as Zobo. Everyone, welcome to Bonnie's chat room. If you're seeing me for the first time, I am taking you. You can call me Titi. On this channel, we talk about everything business. Today, I'm bringing to you a business or a side hustle that will fetch you daily income. And I have with me someone that is into the business. So she's going to be telling us more about the business and how to go about it. Join me as I welcome my guests to the show. Please introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Miete Theophilus, and I'm the owner of Zobo Sip. And I'm happy to be here in this chat room. And thank you for inviting me.
So how long have you been in this business?
Okay, so about a year now, just a year.
How has it been?
So far it's been good. I mean, business has been great, but there has been ups and downs. But then we're kicking off.
So what inspired you to go into Zobo drink? We know every day people drink Zobo and all that,
Yeah.
but we have less people doing it. So what inspired you?
Okay, so I've always been a fan of Zobo drink, and I've always loved it. If I see Zobo anywhere in the marketplace, I would want to patronize. But then I think about the hygiene of where it's coming from. So I thought, okay, I could actually make this drink by myself, and so I had to, really like learn, watch videos on how to produce the Zobo. So I said, okay, why not monetize it? So that was why I
Okay. You started as something you use in the house.
In the house, yes.
Okay.
I did it and I tried it and I said, oh, okay. Then I gave neighbors actually to try it and they all loved it.
Okay.
So I'm like, okay, why don't I just monetize
it
this
as a business?
Yes.
So what are the health benefits of Zobo? Because we see it everywhere. Zobo is healthy. What are the benefits?
Okay, so actually Zobo is a very healthy drink because it contains a lot of vitamins, it contains minerals, and it also aids indigestion. I've tried it, so I know. And then it lowers blood pressure as well. So it has a lot of benefits.
Okay, that means someone that has high blood pressure, you need to take Zobo often.
Take Zobo often, and it helps to lower.
So you've been in the business for like a year?
Yes.
So how much did you put into this business when you started?
I started with about 10K thereabouts.
So what were the things you actually bought at that time you were starting?
It's actually hibiscus flower. It's actually it's harvested more in the northern part of Nigeria. Yes, so I got half custard of the flour. And then I got ginger, I got pineapple. I just started with one pineapple because then you have to add pineapple if you really want it to come out really nice. And then I added flavors as well. So I think there's lots of flavors out there. You can look out for Coca-Cola flavor. You can look out for orange. There's pineapple. But I think people use more of the pineapple flavor. So those were the ingredients I got for the making of the Zobo. So it cost me about 10,000 naira roughly.
Okay, that was last year.
That was last
Okay,
year.
now if someone wants to start this business this year, how much do you think the person can start
So
with?
you can start with maybe from 15,000 naira. You can still start.
Everything, there's always strategy and all
Yes.
that. You may have your strategy, someone else may have hers or his strategy. So
Yeah.
what are your strategies that you've put into this business?
I think I would say that my own strategy is how my Zobo, I wanted something different. Like I didn't want to use a regular bottle that people use. So I have a like kind of like a unique bottle that is,
Oh,
you can
okay.
cork the bottle. So at least for hygiene purpose, and you don't want people maybe putting stuffs into it. That's why you have your Coca-Cola companies having a cocktail, a sealed kind of way of because I've seen these Zobo drinks. I've bought them, and they usually use the
Pet
regular, they
bottles.
recycle maybe water bottle. They probably might pick somewhere you don't know.
Okay.
So I have that bottle. And when people see that bottle, they will say, "Okay, this is different. Let me patronize." And
Okay.
then I added my Zobo sticker on it just to give it a different look, not just the regular.
Okay. So looking at how do you maintain hygiene?
I think one of the key factors on this business is having a very good hygiene, because this is something people consume. When I buy these things from the markets, I ensure that they're properly washed, especially the hibiscus flower, because they are being picked from the ground. Sometimes stones and dirt can add to it, so I make sure I take days to select. I still have to use sieve to remove the sand. Then I wash properly, even my ginger, and just to ensure that I don't have to have any complaints.
So we'll be right back after a short break. Don't go nowhere. We are still with our Zobo Mama. I want to know, what are the prices of your Zobo, and how can you advise someone that wants to start this business?
Okay, so basically, what I said earlier is I have my own bottles that I have a vendor actually that supplies me this bottle. So these are the ones that I mentioned that it's properly sealed. So for someone who is starting a business, you can start with this bottle. This is actually a reused water bottle, so it's more like a recycled bottle, properly washed. We talked about hygiene earlier, so it's properly washed with warm water. I washed it and then I used warm water to rinse it. So you can use this one to start. So a bottle like this can be sold for 500 naira. Then you can use maybe a smaller one that can be sold for 300 naira. But this one has my, you can see my sticker, and this is sold for 700 naira. And as well as this. So yes, you can start with anyone. You can get this bottle for like 120 naira for one.
So if you're listening to us and you hear the cry of a baby, just know that we are discussing with a mother. So this is a business. If you are a sit-at-home mother, you're not doing anything, you can also embrace this business opportunity because it's for everybody, and people drink Zobo on a daily basis. So don't mind the voice that you're hearing. So how much do you make on a daily basis or weekly basis?
It depends. If I have to maybe supply maybe for birthdays, occasions, I make roughly 50,000 naira
On a daily basis?
weekly. Let me say it
Weekly.
like that, because
Okay.
yes, that's if I have to make a lot.
Okay.
But on a daily basis, I would say I make close to 3 to 4 thousand naira.
Okay, 3 to 4 thousand naira
Yes,
on a daily
depending
basis.
on, yeah, but
Okay.
not all the time. But
So is Zobo drink business a profitable business that you
yes,
think people should venture into?
very very profitable. But then you need to add value to what you do in life. Anything you do, you need to add value to it. So it's actually very profitable.
Okay. Well, how long did it take you to start seeing profits?
Okay, at first I it was a struggle because then I people didn't really know the business that I was actually into the business. I
Okay.
had just few persons that knew and they were really patronizing. If I had friends that were calling me that their colleagues are coming over to my place, sometimes they buy close to like 6, 7 bottles at once. Yes, that's how people really love Zobo, and especially from a trusted person, they will want to patronize more. Yes, because a lot of persons have this mindset: how is it done?
Done, yeah.
So
The
when they
hygiene
know
of
where
it.
it's coming from, they have this mind that okay, it's actually good, coming from a good
So,
place.
what are the challenges you have faced so far, or what are the challenges you think are in this
I think
business?
preservation should be number
Okay.
one because you really have to preserve because you have
That's power supply. You
yes,
must have
power
constant
supply,
power
yes,
supply.
power
What
supply.
advice can you give to someone who wants to start this business?
I think if you set your mind into something, I think you can achieve it. It's just for you to start, no matter how small it is. You can start, like I said, as low as 10,000 naira. You can start this business. So, whether you're a mom or a single lady
Lady.
or male or female, anybody can do this business. Anybody. So you can just start. I think my basic advice would be just start.
So you heard that you're sitting at home, you're not doing anything. She said, just start because she has been in the business for like a year and she has seen growth and profits. So just start. So this is where we call it for a day until we come your way next time. Love life, live life, and enjoy your life. I remain your host, Titi Atitale.